Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Horror Talk Kills. In today's episode, we're taking a look at My Bloody Valentine, 1981 versus 2009. Boys, what have you been up to?
Hey, what's happening, boys?
Nothing much. Just
Not
chilling.
much.
Not much. Well, I'll just start by saying, as I like to say every week, what did we get up to this week?
Nothing much. I actually had a pretty quiet week. I had like a couple drinks yesterday, but not much at all.
Any gaming, like gaming news?
No, not really. I watched Premier League. That was about it.
Yeah, sweet.
That was about it, but didn't do
Nothing.
much this week.
Nothing for me. Man. Nothing for me, man.
You had to do something.
That's why it's every week. Nothing
Well,
for me.
I
Cook dinner?
I took the
Did you cook
weekend
dinner?
off this week because restrictions are up next weekend, so...
It's crazy. It's coming, like, we're in December, and as we just discussed here on Horror Talk Kills, and the people that are following our show and subscribers and whatnot, that this will be our last episode of the remakes versus the originals.
The original.
And I'll tell you what, boys, I just want to say this series of doing this and the big comeback for Horror Talk Kills is that I've really enjoyed the original remake series.
Yeah, same.
I really have. I've had a ball comparing them. You know, watching them back to back.
You do sometimes have a few mixed opinions, though.
We do. But I think it, and this got a doozy for you this week. But like, I really have, and there's nothing more I enjoy than watching a horror and having fun with a horror as well. But as much as today's ep is going to show,
Didn't have a fun time, though. Didn't have a fun time.
I did have a great time, if you want the truth. But I fucking... Jeez whiz. I think I've just... Yeah, I'll get into it through the episode. But me personally, what I've done this week, as anyone, if anyone cares or whatever, I've just been told that my tryouts for the wrestling
It's
coming
a
up,
WWE
pro wrestler
superstar
training.
in the future.
Yeah, could be a superstar. Probably too old. Probably shit. Doesn't matter. Who cares?
But
But
isn't Randy Orton like 70?
no,
He'd be pushing
Orton is
40.
like...
he's in the 40s.
He's
in
older
the
than
40.
40, surely. He's at least 50.
Well, I'm 32, so I'm pretty sure in the tryouts I'm going to be the oldest there.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I reckon so. I've got no idea what I'm doing.
Wait, Edge is 47. You got heaps of time, mate.
Oh, dude, that's true.
Triple H
But I'm
is
really
51.
looking forward to it. So I've been training for that, as I have been training for this tryout for a long time now. Eating good foods, I guess, but don't mind a pack of chips every now and then. Work, and today I spent $4.99 on YouTube on My Bloody Valentine 2019.
You're a mind worker, mate. This is
I
up your
am a
alley.
fine worker, and you know what?
I heard you loved it, bro. I heard you loved all the 3D effects.
You know what? I kind of wish I watched the film in 3D, but fuck, whatever. Oh, man. I know, and I said to my missus through this movie, I said to her, watch it, I said, I can tell you now that I reckon Ben's going to love this movie for some reason. It just says a Ben movie all over him.
Mm.
And if I'm wrong, dear God, I hope I'm fucking wrong. And today, yeah, so put it this way, I personally don't, if you guys, but I really think Psycho is going to win the battle of the remakes, that's for sure.
No,
Yeah, because you biasly give it 10 out of 10. That's
No,
why
I
it's
didn't.
winning.
No, I didn't.
Fucking bullshit.
But through the week, so do a bit of training. No new NECA toys or anything like that. Bit of training.
Do you know what I was looking at that was actually really cool? And I almost wanted to
What's that?
order it. So have you ever heard of the website Loot Crate? It's
Yes,
like a
absolutely.
monthly subscription, kind of like Netflix,
Yep.
but they send you stuff. And there's
Yep.
a horror one called Fright Crate.
Yep. Right.
And,
Yep.
and it looks pretty sick. Like,
It's a mixed bag because you don't know what you're getting.
yeah, it's different every time.
You know, so
But
You
I
know,
kind
that
of
would be-
I wanted to order it for 1 week, one time, just to see what
Yeah.
I'd get. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, that's all right. You should do that.
It might be a future endeavor and make a video on the channel.
Yeah. So, Frank,
Yeah.
so you done nothing this week,
Nothing, man.
but you watched 2 My Bloody Valentine movies.
I did. Last
So
night.
what I wanted, before we go any further,
Mm.
what I want to know is how did we watch these movies?
Google Play. He's the
Both
shit.
movies? Both
Yeah,
movies?
so I mean, I struggled this week getting them.
Oh, right.
So because last week I had to watch Psycho on my phone, part 2, by the way. Yeah, so on Google Play on my phone, and I fucking hate that, right?
Yeah, I know. I feel you.
So I sat there last night trying to, because I only watched the remake today. I watched the original last night.
But
No.
just before I cut you off, don't you have the remake on DVD?
I don't know where it is, honestly.
Thanks.
Well, I do, but yeah. Anyways, where was I at? You've cut me off.
Google Play. Google Play.
Yeah,
Today.
so I just had to hook up. Google Play must go through YouTube too. So if I buy it on Google Play,
Well, Google
and then
do
I'll
on
go
YouTube. To be fair.
then I'll go on YouTube and type in the movie that I've just bought on the Google Play website thing. It just comes up play. It just plays from your telly. Done.
Okay.
That's what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Google Play has every movie under the sun, man.
Wait,
I do,
Did
yeah.
you buy both of them?
Yeah, I did. $10 it cost me this week.
The original one was free on Amazon.
I was about to say, the original one is on YouTube free.
Yeah, it's on Amazon free too.
Bro, Amazon tells me, nah, man, you're not in America. Can't
No,
buy
man,
it.
no good.
Amazon's going, nah, you're not in America. Can't watch it, bro.
Really?
Express. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Watch all your favorite
Is it?
movies. No, it's not. I wish.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It pissed me off. Anyways, I ran them both, so. Google
Yeah,
Play's the shit, man. Google Play's got everything, dude.
It does. It does. Well, YouTube, like, as you
Yeah,
said,
that's-
it's probably
yeah.
the same thing, but...
Well, yeah.
Well, I wish some
Google-
cunt told me it was on fucking YouTube. I would have
It
just
was. It was. The original was on YouTube.
Yeah,
Did
that's
not
probably
know
the
that.
illegals, boys. He definitely rented it. He's selling fibs.
Who's this?
No, I rented it. I didn't
yeah.
illegally.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
never do
I
that, Harry.
illegally watched it on YouTube.
Someone just posted it. I watched.
watched
Johnny Smith 69 just posted the movie.
I watched it on LimeWire. You would know what that is.
Yeah.
I know what LimeWire is.
Oh,
I
did
even
you?
I know what
Yeah.
that is.
Oh, is it still going?
No.
No way.
They
Man,
sell
that shut
like
down.
they sell like t-shirts, but it's like modern like streetwear. It's like lime. Like, it's like
What
a-
about
yeah.
MySpace is dead, isn't it?
It's been dead forever, bro.
I never had a MySpace.
Me either. I was too young when MySpace was a thing.
I had MySpace.
Did you?
I remember MSN.
Man, around year 6 and year 7 for me, MySpace was the shit. And I swear it wasn't until like year 8 and 9, Facebook just took over the world, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now
Cool.
now everyone thinks Facebook's like it's for old people.
Oh, it is, really, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. Twitter and Instagram is like where it's at.
and then you got your TikToking and your Snapchatting.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
the
it
young.
does.
Facebook's
That's the young thing.
Facebook's like
I don't
the
think I'll
bottom.
be TikToking.
I don't
TikTok's
know
good, man.
TikToks.
No, I don't have TikToks.
Well, we're going to get into the movie anyway.
Yeah,
We're
I
like,
was
TikTok's
thinking that
good.
we've turned into a bloody normal podcast.
Before we go any further,
Yeah.
Harry, how did you watch the films?
I just hit us with the double Amazons, man. Rented
Double
one.
Amazon.
Rented
Double
one.
feature.
$5.
Double feature. Well, if anyone
The other one
cares,
was free.
I own the original.
No one cares, bro.
No one
No
cares.
one cares.
Yeah,
No one's brought a DVD for God knows how long.
If someone comments and says, "Loaf, I care," I'll give you $5.
Well,
We'll reimburse you for the movie.
thank you. I should be reimbursed. Look, let's dive into it. There is no script here on Horror Talk Kills. I'm feeling good because one movie I love and the other I don't. But both good in their own some sort of way. I guess people could see them. Who wants to start today? Like, who really wants to kick off?
Me and Frank had a slight little chat about the
That's
movie.
cool.
Movies
I want to hear it.
beforehand,
Let's talk
but
about
not like no, we didn't go into depth obviously because that's what this is for.
No,
But
go,
I think
continue
we
it.
both agreed that both movies have, and the franchise in general has potential, a lot more potential that we get to see in the movies. Especially, I feel like the 2009 is it?
Mm-hmm.
The
I'm
2000.
pretty sure it's 09.
Bro, that gets let down. If that wasn't a 3D movie, like they tried so hard with like the 3D
Yeah, like that
effect.
movie, like
Like the bullets
The
and stuff, like
the
there's too
3D
much 3D effect in it.
that whole 3D era, man, of when that shit was popping and popular, right now has ruined movies. Watching them back.
Yeah.
Does that make
Avatar did alright, but yeah,
It looks.
Going
It's-
into this movie, I remember saying to the missus, I used to love it, man.
Yeah,
I used to love this movie, bro. I owned a little 3D glasses, everything, right?
yeah.
Going back to it, and it's probably been, what's 2009, nearly 8 years since I've
11
watched it.
11 years.
Probably 11 years since I've watched it, dead set. And I went, you know when there's some movies you should just leave in the past?
Didn't we say this before?
I've said it about another movie that I watched. And, look, I still had heaps of fun with this movie, but the 3D just fucking kills it, man.
That's what I was saying, bro. So many wasted scenes. That
But, in saying that, this movie's like a movie that I felt like nearly hit the mark, but just missed. Like,
Okay.
I feel that the storyline in both movies, like the My Bloody Valentine storyline, is awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I kind
It
of.
is literally awesome. This movie and like the My Bloody Valentine, yeah, whatever. Someone's got to get this and like nail the story.
I feel like
'Cause
the
it's
first
awesome,
one did
bro.
it better, but like a lot. I wasn't a big fan of.
Yeah, and
the way-
no, I'm so mixed
But
on
I'm
it, bro.
so like the ending of the 2009 one kind of confuses me
Oh,
because he's like, what is he like possessed or is he like?
I don't know. I
Because
think
he
sees
says-
himself as fucking Henry or whatever his name was.
Yeah, what's his name, Frank? Harry.
Harry Warden.
Harry Ward's.
Because Axel says to him, Harry, you're in there. And he goes, yes, I am, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Is he?
So like
I don't know.
in the original, and obviously Loaf would have been half watching it, so he wouldn't have paid attention to nothing. I'm just saying it. So in the original, what they do was now I forgot because I made a joke. You
No,
keep
okay,
talking.
go.
What part?
No,
Ax- I might be able to help you.
What was I saying? Oh, dead set, man.
About the ending, maybe?
Was it to do? It was to do with the story there, wasn't it?
The story?
Shit. I've just completely.
I feel like the
forgot. I just completely
2009.
forgot what I was about
and
to
I
say.
also feel like the 2009. What do we call the killer? What's his name? Harry.
Well, it's Harry
He's
Warden.
not. He's not really Harry, but
It's not really Harry. They're both
Ever.
copycats.
Yeah.
Well,
Does he have a name? We'll call him Minor. When
yeah,
I
let's call him
feel
Mike. What's the Decker of him, though?
Minor, he probably does have a name. We probably should have checked this. But
Yeah,
I
we're
feel
not
like
very
he's
good
more of a
marketer.
serial killer in the 2009 one. Like they try to give him more of a. Like he actually goes around like the town.
I think that's
and
right.
shit.
Even like a psychopathic fucking way of it or something like
Yeah.
that. Is that right?
Yeah, because
what
in
he
the
did was
original,
all they
most
did
of it
was
takes
he
place
showed
in
up
the
and
mine.
he saw the real Harry killing everyone
Yeah.
in the original. I mean, in the remake, and then that kind of, and it's the same story. Like in the original, the kid was hiding under the bed and
Bed.
saw his father. I think
Yeah, his
Get the
father,
fucking-
who was the supervisor.
get the pick
or
through, and
whatever.
then he saw it, and then he wanted to keep it going for some reason. Look, boys.
Can we talk about the killer first?
We can talk
What's
about
his
killing.
name? Should I
Yeah,
try to Google
Man,
it?
he's man. I love him, bro.
No,
eh?
yeah, no, I reckon the 2009
He's badass, bro.
In the 2009 one, the way he's like a lot more broody, like a lot more. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? A lot
There's some
more
good
like.
fucking scenes in that
actor.
2009 movie, bro.
Well, I'm gonna see what he did. I'm gonna try to look at his name.
Well, it's technically just Harry Warden. I know that.
Let's just call him Harry Wards. Listen,
The Miner.
the miner. There you go.
That's literally called the Miner.
Look, I will admit the remake, like kills. Is that right? Kills were good.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I thought a few
Good.
of them
I
were
love the
wasted through
shovel.
3D.
Love the shovel. Love the
Shovel was great, but this is what I'm saying. This is where the 3D lets a lot of them down, man.
The jaw one was really good. Where he,
Yeah, but I knew it
The
was.
jaw was
I knew-
sick.
The jaw was great. I knew it was 3D, Frank. So I didn't.
Yeah,
like,
but-
I didn't.
it has to
Go,
lose brownie
okay.
points for being 3D though. Like you
Yeah, it
can't
does.
just be like, I know
Maybe-
that. It's
I don't even want to. I don't want to offend anyone.
No
there.
movie-
Well, when he rips the little girl up through the with you know
The
that
little
scene.
girl.
Yeah.
Man, that's-
the midget.
that's crazy.
The
That's-
midget,
that's-
yeah.
Well, you can't say midget because that's offensive to
Well,
him.
you just
so-
said it.
It isn't.
Yeah, but I'm not calling him that.
It isn't to everyone.
Little people.
It isn't to everybody.
I know the Dwarf Mamba says. You
I know
can't say it
Dwarf
to him.
Mamba does, but I know a lot of other people.
So I'm just going off
They're
that.
very mixed on that.
Small people. That's what I said. When the small
Yeah,
person
little person.
got axed.
You said little girl.
Well, she is a little girl. I don't know why this is defining the kill, man. It was a great kill.
Well, I just want to say this now, though, and I'm just going to be completely honest. 3D doesn't have a place in movies ever. It
Nah.
shouldn't be a thing. It's terrible. It's a mid 2000s idea. and I hope I never have to watch a movie in 3D ever again.
Well, technically, Jaws 3 done it as well, man. And Sony Friday.
So
that fucked ass, bro. Jaws the Revenge.
They all suck, man.
No, that's Jaws the Revenge. That's part 4. But Friday 13 done it. Part 3.
Everything's 3D, like Jaws 3D. What's Freddy's Dead's 4D or 3D or some shit too.
Avatar was 3D. Was it Amazing Spider-Man 2 was 3D?
Was it?
Yeah,
Wait,
but no, it was, but they do it subtly. Like they had 3D versions of it where there's only like 3 or 4 scenes that work in it, but like where he throws.
Yeah, it wasn't get your eyeball coming like that. You know
or
what I mean?
the bullet that traces through like the body that looks.
Did it remind you of the Curse of Chucky eyeball?
I like this eyeball better, man.
I didn't think the Curse of Chucky eyeball was that bad.
It's horrible.
It was a bit dramatic.
The eyeballs not that bad.
It was a bit dramatic, like, but it's not that bad.
Sucks.
All right.
Anyways,
I'll go through my general stuff. We'll go through our general thing. Okay, let's talk about the opening of each film and how we feel about them. I love the original, smashes the fucking remake.
Yeah, no, like, you know, it's. I kind of disagree, man. They're both
okay.
I feel like 2009 gets really into it real quick, man.
They do, don't they? It just fucking goes bam. You don't even know what's going on.
And I love that, but I love that.
Yeah,
I feel like 2009 movie was like. See, and the crazy thing is, like, if you hadn't seen the original, like, I'm pretty sure they changed the names of that guy because his name's Tom in.
I have a question quickly. This one's more for Loaf, maybe. Was the original and the remake both big movies when they came out? Like, was My Bloody Valentine the original?
No, I believe My Bloody Valentine done what a lot of 80s slashers did was build a cult following as he got older.
Well, it definitely has one of them, mate. I know that.
Was the 2009 one big when that came
No,
out?
I don't think no one knows about it.
What do you mean, man? I definitely knew about it when it was coming out in 2009.
Look, dude.
It was on TV ads in Australia, man.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah, it had Jensen Apples in it, but he's massive, so that's why.
Because I always remember that's that chick with her titties out, and she's always like, it's kind of bloody and it just whatever she says. Like that was the big thing in the trailer.
Best thing about the movie was that loved it, but yeah, look, I don't Harry, I don't know. It was made 6 years before I was born.
I was just curious.
Let me point out the things that I love. Go, Harry's.
No, yeah, I was just saying. I was just curious because I didn't know if it was like a big movie or like.
Oh, it's definitely it's a big movie.
No, it is now. I know that, but I mean, like when it first came out.
This is what I love about it, man. The fact that it's very original, like Miners, man, and the killer within. Yeah. I find that pretty cool. All right. The killer is awesome, man. The storyline's unique, different, and it's honestly the best thing about the movies. Is the storyline, and the twist is awesome too. I feel like this movie, and like the fact that we have a killer that's on Valentine's Day, and this was the first thing I was thinking about watching it, man. It's like you got Halloween, right, and then you got Friday the 13th. I don't know if anyone noticed when they come up Friday the 13th in the original, and the next day was the 14th for pretty cool, I thought. But yeah, the fact that we've got a killer on Valentine's Day, man, and it's not just like Black Christmas dog shit, right? Like
most holidays have a killer though.
But I find that cool, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like this movie deserves something new again.
Even St. Patrick's Day has one.
The Leprechaun.
The Leprechaun, yeah.
We should dive down.
Here's the thing. I feel like My Bloody Valentine, it's got potential, man, to be up there with the big guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
If the right person gets hold of this movie one day, it will be a thing. I'm telling you.
One thing that I didn't like that they changed from the remake, like the original to the remake, was originally, you know how he gets like trapped down there, and in the original he like eats them to stay alive.
Yeah.
In the remake, they says he just killed them to save oxygen, which just seems weird because like he didn't really have a motive. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not that good of a motive. Like in the original one, they already died, and he just ate them to stay alive.
Well, who's the better killer?
Original.
The better actual villain is the 2009 one, but that's because, like I always say, it comes with time. It just looks better. He's more He's more menacing. Like
he's badass as shit, man. Honestly, he's badass. I rate it.
He walks like Jason. I reckon he walks like the Jason does, like the way he walks.
He does.
Yeah,
He does. It's very similar.
Yeah.
They
did come out the same movie. I'll tell you.
I'm pretty sure Lionsgate did this one, so there's no affiliation with Platinum Dooms and Jason. So
Lionsgate,
whether they still copied Derek Mears if he had come out first, I don't know. But I doubt it because they would have been made around the same time.
Nah, this one definitely would have came out first. January 16th, 2009, so very early 2009.
Yeah, so well they done it first, so there's no taking away from the actor, man. He done great.
Yeah, no.
He's scary, man. Like he's.
Was that Jensen in the suit?
Wait, what?
Jensen Ackles, he's the bloke that.
He's the killer, yeah.
Yeah, is he? Does he actually play the miner in the suit? Because the miner looks bigger than. Like, Jensen's a pretty good
That's true. Bloke, I picked that up as well.
He does look a lot bigger as the miner, I reckon.
Yeah, but a lot of movies do that too, so you don't really pick out who the killer is as well. So they will tweak with it a lot, and it's like Screen Man. You're always looking for.
Bro, at the end of the movie, he survive. This is the remake. He survives, walks out of the mine.
See why they never go to sequel.
And then he just takes his mask off in front of everybody. Because he kills.
Yeah, but that's just like a close ending, man. You can't expect nothing.
Ending, yeah, but the ending of the original was way better.
Yeah, I agree.
He's like laughing.
Yeah, I feel like 2009's ended like 5 times. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, this could be the end. This could have been the stabs. Oh, mate, this could have been the end. Like when it crashes down, they could have ended there. Where is he? Yeah. Who knows? Did he die? Did he not? Nope. Then he's laying down. Old mate walks up, stabbed in the eye. Could have ended there. Nope. Then he's walking out of the mine, and you see his face.
Just quickly, how does he not die there, bro? He gets shot and blown up in close.
The missus said the same thing. I said, look, it's just a horror movie. But
then they zoom up on him, and he doesn't even look that hurt. He's just been shot through his thing, blown up.
When she shot that gas thing underground, everyone should have died, and no one would have got under there.
Yeah, no, that's
but it's a horror. So if
we're gonna sit and pickpocket every movie we watch, like we can.
They actually shot that movie in a mine too. 2009.
Yeah, I know.
Like it was actually practical.
Both movies were shot in mine.
Yeah.
What's the original one?
All right. Should we jump into best kill, favorite scene, so to speak? Best kill, favorite scene.
I love, man, in the original when that bitch falls out of the old
washing
chick
machine.
That looked good, man. Eh?
And it was still turning.
Yeah, I like that. Just when she fell out.
We're talking about the laundry mat scene.
Yeah, because they kind of did it in the remake. It wasn't as good.
Mate. Classic as fuck. Excellent. Brilliant. Proper horror right there.
I just hate that about horror movies. I know it's nitpicky as hell, but like, what are the odds she falls out at the perfect time? And it's like I know it's a movie. I know it's stupid, but it just seems like it's just the little things I think about, and it's just like, bro.
There's like in these movies, there is iconic. There's an iconic scene in this movie, all right, and it's when he's in the original done it heaps better for one reason only. It's when he's walking down the mine and he's just fucking smashing the lights.
Yes.
All right, that's badass shit. That's like an iconic scene for this movie, right?
Yeah.
In the remake, bro, at the start the guy does it once, smashes one light. I'm like, all right, sweet. And then it's not till the end when he's not dressed up as the guy, and it's when he's hitting the lights and he's flashing to the dude in the suit. Yeah. Ruined it, man. Dead set ruined it. Original nailed it. He's in his suit just walking down, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And in the remake, bro, he's just as his normal self.
One scene that I love from the original...
Disappointed me, man. It really did.
Yep.
The one scene I really liked from the original was like pretty much the end scene, bro. Where he's like the laugh. Where he's just
and he's like, will you be my bloody Valentine? That was sick, bro.
Yeah. Sick.
That was sick. That was really good. I was a big fan of that.
I thought that was awesome.
So we're gonna say the laundry mat scene.
So I thought it was good for 81. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brilliant movie.
But the thing is, sorry, one more thing. I'm pretty sure the movie had a big budget too, so I expected things to be good. Check that up, Has.
2009.
I'm guessing like 3 million, dude.
Wait, is this
that's big enough.
2009.
No, the original.
Original. 81.
Wait, 3 million's not
Harry,
that much.
Check it out.
I'll tell you.
Is it 3 mil? Could sound really dumb right now.
3 million seems a bit low. It's IMDb. Surely I can hit with it here. It was 2 million Canadian.
Oh, there you go.
2.3 million Canadian dollars, which is probably that's less. So that would be like 1.8, isn't it? Or actually, yeah, probably only like 1.8 million.
So they've done good. They've done good what they got, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like that. Harry, what'd you like?
I just told you what I liked.
Oh, what was that again?
The end scene. We just
We
just talked about it 3 seconds ago.
Well, I have to agree with Frank on that one. The laundromat scene's out as well. It's
1.7 million, pretty much.
Nice.
My Bloody Valentine doesn't get My Bloody Valentine 1981 doesn't get the respect it deserves, eh?
But see, I don't know if I agree with that because...
But here's the thing. Can I go in first, Alice?
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped up. I like this shit. I feel like we sit there just then and talk about the positives and we're like, fuck yeah, that's sick. Like, smashing the lights, talking about all the kills. You know, but when you start diving into the things that didn't work for the movie, it does bring it down a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I've got a few here, and it's like, and even me and Harry spoke about this. It's like the emotion of potentially Harry Warden being back is just not shown within the actors. If this is such a big deal, I need more emotion from the actors, man. It's like, oh no, Harry Warden's back. Like, no real proof of it either. And like, you think of Halloween when they realised Michael's back in Haddonfield. Everyone's losing their fucking minds. These guys, they're chill as shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just go to the mine and have a party, like, yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, no, but see, that's just classic 80s.
But in the 19...
You can't go to a mine and have a party. Just like in the remake when old mate fucking...
his dad owns the mine.
That's nitpicking as well, but you can't, Harry. I've worked in it.
I know.
You can't do what they do in the films, in both films.
We know.
You just can't.
We know, like.
You know what I mean? You just can't. Like, he walks up, he's like, I want to go underground. Mate, no, you can't.
What was the safety? What was the safety rules in the 80s, mate?
No take fives were done, that's for sure.
No, don't take fives. And like, I love the original, and like, but I love a good corny fucking 80s fucking horror shit like that.
No, but this was
it's not corny. In the 80s, that could have been possible, man. Like, you don't know that.
You don't just bring all your friends and fucking just have a shindy in the crib.
They all worked at the mine.
TJ's dad.
Go underground.
TJ's dad owns the mine, bro, in the original, like, and in the remake.
Look, it's cool. It's cool, but it just makes me laugh. And then in that remake, they just decide to have a party in the fucking tunnel, and we'll all go underground. Like,
talk about corny bloody 80s lines. There's one line, I said it to Frank when I was on the phone to him, and it was when they find the first dead bodies in the original, and everyone's like, oh, Harry Warden's, like, he's back and shit. And then Axel is at the bottom line. The way he's like screams, he's like, everybody get the fuck out. But the way he says it's like, it actually made me laugh, bro. I don't know why.
So,
oh, fuck.
You know there was a body count of 12 in the original?
Actually?
Yeah, I would believe that.
Yeah.
The one thing I've written down here too, I don't like, so in the remake, and I feel like they did it heaps better, is like, his name's Tommy in the remake, obviously.
Yeah.
Him coming back to town after the 10 years, right? And in the original, he's kind of just there. You don't know he's left, kind of thing. Like, they don't make a real big deal of it, man. I feel like it's just a huge part of the storyline, man. That massive build up there for him to go see like that chick he was with. Do you know what I mean? I feel like when they first seen each other in the remake was just fucking crazy, man. Like, I thought it was just a great scene, dude. And it has some real emotion there. Like, it's crazy. I think it's good.
Don't you find it a bit weird? Like, I know they're like used to date and shit, but it's been 10 years. You have a kid and a husband. Like, and another thing that pissed me off with that whole thing at the end. So Axel's cheating on the chick. I don't know the chick's name. And then, like, she finds out, like, they're cheating. Then at the end, they're like, I love you, I still love you, whatever. I was like, what do you mean?
The missus sitting next to me, when she said it, she's like, no, you don't.
I said the same thing.
That's why I was sitting there, I was like, bro, like, what do you mean? He's been cheating on you for, like, the last year. Like,
he had another chick knocked up and everything, yeah.
So, alright, so, just so we're on track with the show, are we up to our final? We've spoke about the beginning, we spoke about the middle. We're going to speak about the end. Let's talk about the ending of both films.
Yep.
We probably already discussed them, but let's just go over them again one more time.
We've briefly grazed over them.
We've briefly just... What do we like better? Who do we like better?
The ending of the first one is a million times better.
I already said
a million times better.
I already said the remake finished 3 times. Like, I could have finished 3 times over.
There was like everything from the original where he 100% should be dead. Like Loaf said, they should all be dead.
They should all die. No one survives.
He's been shot.
It's been a great ending, actually.
He's been shot, blew up. Then he kills the dude, and then he gets up, gets like 5 minutes outside the mine, and then just takes his disguise off and looks at the camera.
Yeah. That was dumb.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's such a bad ending compared to the first one. It's like, you know what I mean?
So we all agree the original. So all right, let's jump into what our thoughts are on, I guess, both films and kind of give it a wrap of what we think of each film before we.
Can I ask you a question? Do you like the title of the movie?
Yeah.
My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah. Do you like the title of the movie?
Yeah. I love it.
And I love it too. And the thing is, man, and I keep saying it, and like, I hope someone like comes across this video who loves this movie. Like, you said it's got a cult following. Even from the title, man, to like, I can't keep the story's so good, bro. Like, it's so fucking good. And the potential of this movie, man, I just want someone to do it to its full potential.
I don't mean that's not out of the
realm. This movie can be something like incredible.
Yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility either. Like, it has been 11 years, and we've only had
forgotten. It was forgotten.
I was actually going to make this point earlier when you said you don't think it gets the recognition it deserves. Okay, and it come from me, someone who's like still pretty young. I've always knew about this movie and like the franchise. It's like I've always thought about it. I never really watched them, but I always thought about it as like a top horror movie, even without watching it. Do you know what I mean? Because every horror fan that I've ever watched, but like on YouTube or anything, have always talked, like when they talk about their favorite franchises, they always mention the first My Bloody Valentine, which this was my first ever time watching the original one.
Yep.
So I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's forgotten at all because someone like me, I hear about it still all the time, and that's why I picked it. I picked it, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not forgotten now, but it was forgotten before.
What was it though? Like, do you have factuals on that? Because I remember in 2009, My Bloody Valentine was a big part of my horror playlist when all these remakes were coming out. Man, like that fit in with Rob Zombie's. Hey, that fit in with Friday the 13th. Yeah, that fit in with Friday the 13th. Elm Street for me, bro. My Bloody Valentine was right there with them all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a forgotten movie, to me anyway. Like,
yeah. And
I remember there was a lot of hype around the movie, dude. Like, it really was.
It was the 3D thing, and they wanted to fucking I don't know.
I feel like both movies missed the mark in certain spots, but also nailed it. Like, if you could combine all the good things from both movies, you'd get that perfect movie.
That's fair. I've got a different opinion, but that's fair.
Oh, we'll say yours.
Well, that's what I'm going to... Before we get into this argument, that's going to cause an argument around the table.
Yeah, well, let's get into that.
Let's do that, because Frank loves a good one. I guess I'll start, and I just freshly watched this monstrosity of a movie. In my opinion, I fucking loathed this movie more than I loathed the original It.
Wait, I opened my phone from Loaf. All the messages is fuck this movie or some shit.
I fucking hated it. Now, just hear me out before you attack me. I loved the miner. Is that his name?
Yep.
Harry Warden. Loved him. Excellent. He was great. Kills were pretty good. I liked the kills. It was your typical 2009 remake. Let's fucking up the ante. Let's take it there. Storyline, it was like watching a Bad Days of Our Lives. I fucking hated it. Hated it. I don't think I've ever hated a horror movie as much as I just watched.
So do you hate this movie because it wasn't the exact same as 1981's?
No.
Word for word, scene for scene, actor for actor, hair pebble for hair pebble, mate. Is that why you hated it?
Maybe.
Fucking no sense.
I hate it. It's bad when you're sitting through a movie, right? And you turn to the person you're watching and you said, I don't know what I'm going to have in my salmon tonight. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching this movie.
But Loaf, I feel like that's just you not being very intrigued at the movie.
That's what it is. I can't put it down to you hating it. If it's not your pick, you hate it. I don't... bro, you got no interest into comparing this movie to the original.
So
I do. The original's amazing masterpiece.
Yeah, I don't think the 2009 one was near as gripping, but I was still interested heaps because I like Jensen.
Storyline's great,
I'm a big fan of Jensen so I've watched all of Supernatural.
Yeah.
And he's obviously the main actor.
I didn't know who that was either. Abby was telling me. I'm like,
yeah, that's why. Like, it got me.
He's a really good actor, bro.
Yeah, he is a really good actor. And his mate was in Friday, the other Supernatural main character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was like watching Days of Our Lives, man. It was fucking man. It was all over the shop.
Is that because there was like a love affair and shit, love triangle, Twilight?
I just didn't dig it, bro. I didn't dig it. I like the corny teenagers going to the fucking crib room and let's have a party and be stupid and go down the fucking rant. I was more interested in that. I just love it. Like the original My Bloody Valentine gives me this fucking man. It just gives me that We're all meant to do at the same time. It's meant to be a But, I said to the missus, I said, when I say to Frank that I fucking love this movie, he's gonna blow up.
Makes no sense, bro. Makes no sense.
But it's cool.
I didn't fucking love this movie either, bro. I had a great time watching it. It was great. It wasn't I wish I left it in the memory bank.
Like I said,
you didn't want to. That's where I disagree.
No, you're not listening to me. You're trying to tell me what I'm thinking, but I'm telling you what I'm thinking, right? I watched this movie thinking, and I said to her, it's not even bad where I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm enjoying the kills. Like, the best, like, I love the naked scene of the Sheila running around. I thought, right, that's ballsy, because you don't often really see that anymore. Like, the nude scene,
what do you
fully
mean?
nude. I was like, cool.
In that genre, bro, that's...
What's that, dude?
In that space of horror, that's all you saw, ever.
Yeah, I know, but, like, I was just like, okay, cool. Look, 100% not going to argue with the kills. The kills were good. The 3D thing didn't worry me too much.
Bro, because I went so many good kills, I have to admit. So many kills that you would look at and be like, oh, that's fucking so good.
And bored the fuck out of me of this movie was the story. And I apologise. I apologise to Nancy from Friday the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I apologise to you, love. I really do. Because there's a new top dog now. It's the Sheila in this one. Fucking hell, man. I just wanted to rip my eyes. I was getting the remote, and I just do a slight touch of the remote to see how far we're through. And when it said 45 minutes in, I went, she's a long haul.
You know it's about... You know it's about...
picked up a phone and I said, no, if I've got to sit through this, you've got to sit through this too. Look, it's cool if you boys loved it. I want to hear your opinions on it. That's just my opinion. No one needs to strike me down. If you want to strike me down in the comments, and it's so bad, that's fine. But that's how I feel about it.
I respect that opinion. You might get struck down in the comments. I did recently wake up to a YouTube comment today that said, you fucking suck.
Who?
So, I don't know. It comes with the job, mate.
We suck?
No, not us. On my channel. But, but I feel like, Loaf, you're more of you just want to watch people get murdered and you don't give a fuck about the story.
Yeah, but bro, this movie, the 2009 one especially, is so heavy. It's so focused around the kills, dude. It's a 3D horror movie. They're not going to focus around a long storyline without people getting their heads cut off, dude.
It's not the storyline.
It's full on. It's full on. It's quick.
They bored me.
What part bored you? Because it's very full on. Look at the kills per minute. Get up dead meat and find out, Harry. I bet you it's not long because there's a lot of kills in it and it's full on.
There's a lot of kills in the original.
I find out, Harry. I'm just taking a stab in the dark. I have no idea. I hope I'm right. But I know it's full on. You can't say it's not. So the boring part...
You're not listening. You get the shits because I hated the movie. Mate, I'm telling you. The kills were good. He was fine. The movie bored me, though, of the side plot and fucking whatever the fuck was going on. Whoever the fuck he was and whoever the fuck she was or whatever the fuck was going on. Like, there was no remorse when he saw his missus holding the fucking... When she was pregnant and she fucking got murdered. Like, give me something. H, you got to agree there.
I'm looking at the...
Oh, dear. Basically.
That's just a character. What do you mean, dude?
That's fine. It's just the character, mate. It bored the fuck out of me. It was a bad Days of... It was like I was watching Days of Our Lives. Now, that is probably because of the way it was filmed. Right?
There was 30 kills.
That's a big count.
Yeah. So what's the kills per minute and he's bored? Fucking tell me.
I'm bored.
I don't know if Dead Meat.
It was horrible. It's a horrible movie. One of the worst I've seen. I'll never ever put it this way.
One kill every 3 minutes. One kill every 3.3 minutes.
Come on. And then last week we watched the same fucking movie we watched from the OG one. That is literally 2 kills. All story focused.
You dead set made a comment last week of saying that Psycho.
I have to ask you this question. Do you think that Psycho remake is better than the 2009 remake?
Yes.
Alright, boys, I'll see you later.
Yeah, okay, that's been a good podcast, lads. It's been a good podcast.
Yes.
You're fucking my brain. You gotta understand why you do. Oh, bro, I don't.
That's why you love me, boys. That's why you love me. But
I'm fucking baffled, man. I'm baffled. And I don't even love this movie. I'm not sitting here defending the movie that I fucking love and it's perfect. I'm not.
Nah.
This was it. You're a fuckhead for not liking it. That's why you're a fuckhead. Not for hating this movie, but I just don't get I don't understand. I really don't.
It's not the kills, bro. I was just not
You're
invested.
saying that you're bored. Like, you were not invested because I feel like you just don't want to watch the fucking movie.
No, I do want to watch it. You keep thinking that, and I'm going to shut you down right now. I want to watch it. I will watch any fucking horror. So that you keep making that comment is done. I will watch any fucking horror. I will go into any horror and give it a chance. If I don't like the fucking film, I'm going to tell you I don't like the fucking film. I hated it. I loathed it. Done. I can't change it.
No.
The positives to the film. Yes, the kills were great. They were great. I thought
I think the way it worked, the way that we're saying, like, we understand you don't have to like a movie if you don't like a movie, okay?
Yeah,
I 100% agree on every level there. But you have a habit of contradicting yourself bad. Because you'll use one argument from this movie and then say this is why this movie's good, but then you'll say about another movie that same reason makes it bad. Like, I just don't understand sometimes.
Didn't give me the...
I get... That's what I'm saying. I get that you don't have to like every movie. I'm 100% with it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's as simple as that.
That's fair.
But...
Well, I feel this movie's so similar to, like, even the Texas remake, dude.
Because
like,
I'm not...
Oh, no, man. No,
I'm not massive on
so.
the remake at all.
No, they're not, dude.
One thing I've learned watching all these remakes once again is they're all fucking very, very, very similar.
Yeah, but it respected its original. The Texas.
So how? It wasn't the exact same movie.
No, it doesn't have to be, mate. All right, you're comparing. You got to remember. I think Harry pointed out. You can correct me, but we're comparing these movies to what, like, once we start jumping and comparing to different, like a remake to a remake. Like, do you know what I mean? Like right now, My Bloody Valentine to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then we do a little off track. Texas, I feel, respected its original by not full on copying it and whatever, but it disrespected it. Psycho, I just plain and simple enjoyed it. It was fine. It was just whatever. I enjoyed it, so be it. It's still not what the original Psycho was. This original My Bloody Valentine, wait till you give me my scores, is up there in one of my favourite horror movies. You know, I really fucking love the original My Bloody Valentine. I bought it, man, and if I own it on Blu-ray, that means I like it.
I just want
2009, dude, just didn't feel it, bro.
With the 2009, I'll put it this way. I'm not a massive fan. I'm not saying I don't think Frank is either. We're not saying it's a great movie because it has a lot of flaws. But I reckon if that movie wasn't in 3D,
okay,
that it would be close to the Texas remake.
You know what? Probably, maybe.
I agree.
Maybe.
The 3D kills it heavy. Like, it brings down wrecks so many things.
I just want you to get through your skull. I'm not...
I know what you're trying to say. I only say this.
Hang on. I only say this because during the Pennywise one, you said, I don't like the character. It's not about that. So if I'm thinking, you saying, I just don't like the character in general. Well, we're reviewing these movies. Like, how are you actually ranking on the movie, or you just generally don't like the character?
Bro, I'm not a film critic. I'm just a fan that watches horror. So I can't give you what you're asking. I'm just telling you just how I see a film and how I watch it, how I like it. I'm not a film critic, man. I'm not smart in that way.
I don't think they are either, to be honest.
That's right. I'm just a horror fan that likes to watch horror. And that's what you say. Like you say, like it's an offence to my horror thing when you say to me, I'm just not. Cause I don't know. It's not that at all, man. Because I'll give any horror a crack, mate. I watch fucking Ghoulies, man. I'm like, bro, I'll give any horror a crack. Okay, it's just if I'm sitting there and I'm watching a movie and I'm just not feeling it, I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it. Whatever reason it is, it could be. I did it. To be honest, I didn't like, and it's probably the way it was shot because of the 3D. Okay, but in my brain, I'm like, okay, cool, it's 3D. She bought the characters, man. It just wasn't for me, boys. It just wasn't my. It
wasn't your forte.
No, it wasn't. Okay. It wasn't. I love how the center attention's on me every week, though. That's good.
No. That's what I'm saying. I get what you're trying to say. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just.
It's cool. And look, it's all about Horror Talk, and Horror Talk Kills was created that way. That's why we do it. Everyone's got an opinion, and it is what it is. Everyone's got their favourite horrors, but I think, Frank, you would have thrown a movie at me there somewhere along the lines that I've loved. It wasn't even.
Wait, so
there would have been a movie there, like, because I remember in season 1 of Horror Talk Kills, you said to me that I only like the originals or movies made older when I was a kid and all that. It's not true at all. So
I think with that being said, Loaf, I think it is a fact that most older horror movies are most horror slashers were better when you were younger. So it makes sense for you to like the movies more.
I think so, but it's saying that it's the next generation, dude.
But this generation, we've been over this conversation before, we're in a phase of paranormal movies.
Yeah.
And, do you know what I mean? We're not. When was the last big name slasher? Halloween. No,
Halloween.
It's the only other one. It's really the only one.
Is
and
it?
Pennywise in 2000.
Pennywise
but it's not a slasher. I'd say
I get that.
A slasher's like Michael Jackson.
No, I get you.
When was the last big name one we had besides Halloween? Like, probably the 2009 remakes we're watching now.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, you're probably right.
That's what I'm saying. So
when... Well, if you got to admit, you finish that off, and then I'll get to picking out Loaf again. Sorry.
No, that's why I'm in Loaf's defense here with...
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
With earlier movies, like when, like in the 80s, 90s, they're just better. It's as simple as that. They're just better.
Here's the thing, and I'm not just picking at you, Loaf. You got to remember, go through all my reviews, man. I think there's more originals have won over the remakes, man. Do you know what I'm saying? For me.
Yeah.
I'll probably give more originals a higher score than I have the remakes.
Bro,
that would be a
good in my mind.
I shocked you with the Texas thing. You have to admit, I shocked everyone with the Texas thing. Because it's just truly... Because that's how I'm going into...
It'd be good to get a tally of how many times you picked a remake of the original for all of us. Or, like...
Well, with the thing coming to an end today and we're getting the final scoreboard and shit, we could probably pull that out of the... we'll find out.
Yeah, look, it's one of those things too, and I think H said it last week, and it brings up a great conversation. It's like, it's very hard to compare the original to the remake and say the remake's better than the original.
Yeah, it is.
It's very hard. It's happened once, I think, in our whole series of this.
How do you get a movie that's better than the original, man?
You can, I think...
Because I feel Psycho did their best to do that by going, hey, we'll just splash a bit of colour and everyone will think it's better.
Maybe. That's a great point.
Boys, do you know what time I think we're almost at?
We are almost at the rating.
This time.
Are we at the rating time?
I think we are.
Whoa!
Wait, I've got to double click. There we go. Nice. Oh, well, that's definitely the winner.
Yeah.
Unless we get a shock. My bloody Valentine.
My bloody Valentine. 10 out of 10 from all of us, mate. Perfect.
Yeah, Harry, give it a 10. I'll give it a 10.
Before we jump to that, let's do the final rating, and let's then have it, and we'll discuss the final the thing. What do you?
Can you update the board so we get the full one now, Harry? Like when we've added my bloody Valentine.
I can give it a crack.
We'll just go with the punches. If you can't, you can't.
Wait, I've accidentally paused the stream. That's my fault, lads.
That's right.
I'd like to have the final. I think we should get the final up if we can.
Because this will be the final time we do this.
We'll give the scores. We'll talk for a little bit. I'll try to work on it. We'll see what I can do.
Yeah, sweet.
I say we get into the rating anyway now.
Yeah, that's the time we're at. So, Loaf, do you want to start off, maybe?
You kick it off, Loaf. Original 1981 Bloody Valentine. Give me the rating. I've got the calculator here.
I can't see Frank at all, but...
No, that's fine, that's fine.
No, that's fine, that's fine. I know what you've done.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
So, listen, boys. My Bloody Valentine, 1981, it is right up a Loaf's movie. It's right up everything I love. Everything I love about a horror.
I respect that you like this movie too. I'm glad you did, eh?
I did love it. I loved it.
I'm glad you did, because I think it's a good movie.
I feel my Bloody Valentine, as I said, like, he's probably got around it, but I felt it was kind of a forgotten classic, so to speak.
Well, do you know, when you... Just quickly, can I add to that?
Yeah.
I did check this start. I just didn't want to cut in earlier when you guys were talking.
Yep.
When this movie had a bigger budget than both Friday and Halloween, when they first came out.
Yep.
But this movie only made $6 million.
Yep.
Halloween made $50 million and Friday made around the same amount.
Yeah, that sucks. That's a shame, but it's still it is what it is.
Yeah. So listen, boys, I'm just gonna say how I feel about the film. Love the start, love the middle, love the ending, love the whole 80s. Fucking just love it. I just feel it. I was born in the 80s, so I love it. I'm gonna go 7 out of 10. My Bloody Valentine.
Not bad. 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Do you want to go, Harry, or are you still playing?
No, I'll go.
Oh, okay, you go. Sweet.
So, I also did really like the original. I felt like it did have a lot of flaws, but I know you kind of like the corniness of it. I'm not so much. I feel like there was a bit too much of it at some points, but I think that was just the way the actors went. But overall, I still think it's pretty solid. And I'll probably give it, I reckon, 6.5.
Oh,
6.5.
That's what it is on IMDb, eh?
Actually,
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm up.
You're up, brother.
I'm up. Yeah, well, I thought the movie was great, man. Honestly, I've went over it 100 times. I feel like these movies, the My Bloody Valentine in general has just potential, and someone needs to get hold of this movie and do something with it.
Yeah.
Like, something big. I feel like it's got so much potential. I love the movie. I enjoyed the original. So I give it a 7 out of 10 also.
Wow.
Ooh, that's 20,
What's that?
21.5. 20.5.
20.5. Oh, shit, that goes into fifth.
It's not fifth. It's going to secure fifth. Wow.
If Harry gave that a 7, I was thinking, holy shit, eh? Well, I thought if Harry went 7 or 8, after you 7, I was like, crap.
Wow. It still would have been in fifth, because it would only finish on 21.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm looking at the list now. I reckon that's fair, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I do believe so, hey. I feel like that's where it deserves to fit in.
That's fair. I do agree.
I don't think it really deserves to be higher than 2010 Elm Street. I really don't think that, but that's just my opinion.
Okay.
You can take that opinion back. We don't want it here.
All right, so is it my turn for the remake?
Yeah, you're up, brother. You're up.
Look, the remake, boys, I hated it. I loathed it. I do dig the kills. I like the nude girl running around naked. Best part of the movie. I'm going to give it... look, boys, I hate it. I just didn't like it. It wasn't my type of film. As in, just bored me. I had no interest in it. But I love the kills. I had solid kills. But look, boys... Just for good kills and the nude Sheila running around, 2.8. 2 out of 10.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking Jesus
He's had a
Christ.
world record.
Yeah,
though.
I hated it, dude. I hated it. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay, I guess it's up to me. That's very low.
It's fair.
So I feel like like I've said throughout the whole time, the movie had potential. The 3D killed it. Kills off about 2 ratings off the movie.
Yep.
But overall, I think it's a pretty good movie. Like, it's pretty solid.
Yep.
It is. It really is.
The ending and the 3D is what does it for me. Like, I'm not big on them two things. But I reckon a 4?
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Ew.
Well, I did the other one a 5.5, so I feel like it's definitely more...
No, you give the other one a 6.5.
6.5 or 4 still.
Yeah. So you're going 4?
Yeah, 4. But I just want to say, if there was no 3D, it's at least a 6. I just want to put that out there. The 3D,
that's solid, and I like that.
Like, because I don't think it's a shit movie, but man, whoever had the 3D looked at it and was like, "Yeah, boys, let's do a 3D."
And I can understand where Frank's coming from because, as Frank said, like he hopes someone picks it up because the original deserves a better remake than what it got.
But that movie could have been good.
Yeah, but this is where I sit. I'll just get into my shit now. I feel like the remake didn't do it, badly. Like I feel on Psycho completely just ripping off the original, spitting on it and stepping on it.
Okay.
All right. I feel like they tried, man. There was a lot of things like in the remake where, in the original, Axel's the killer, and in this one he's the good guy. I love shit like that, man. I thought they did that awesome. Yeah, I wasn't big on the 3D. It killed most kills, not all of them, man. Like the eyeball, like it did butcher a few kills. Not to the point where I hated all of them. I'm completely opposite with Leif. I love the actors, man. Thought they were great. Supernatural dude's fantastic, bro.
Yep.
The killer's badass, man. The kills are sick. And the storyline is great, man. I honestly love the storyline in this movie.
Okay.
Like I said, the ending, it could have ended 3 times over. Like I thought it did, and then it went on again for another 5, then so on. Didn't really enjoy the ending. But overall, man, I don't think it's the worst movie we've watched at all. I quite enjoyed it. I was happy with it, so I'll give it a 6.5.
6.5. So that would give it a final score of
13.3.
13.3. There we go.
I hope there's a My Bloody Valentine fan who watches this.
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I don't think it deserves to be below it, nor Nightmare on Elm Street.
I totally disagree. I totally disagree looking at that.
Who gave
Who
gave that
I feel
so
like-
high?
Alright, let's just go through. Can you update that now, H? Or
It might take me a little bit, so if you just keep talking, I'll kill this.
Keep saying what you're saying anyway, Loaf. Just go on the topic.
Frank, I'll tell you what, just looking at that, I kind of disagree. I think it should be sitting where it is sitting as second last. And, yeah,
we gave it a 2, so...
Well, you give it a 2, man. That's a butchering of a review, man. Well, I just want to get back to it, Loaf. Like, how did you hate this movie so fucking much?
Bored me and didn't like it. I thought it was so bad.
I feel like this movie has what you look for in a horror movie.
And you know what? Good point. But it doesn't. It's got something I hate.
Well, it is.
Actors, it didn't look good.
I disagree on the actors, man. I do definitely disagree. Bad actors, Nancy, yeah. Definitely a bad actor. These ain't bad actors. These are good actors, man.
Yeah.
No, they're bad.
Bro,
Nancy's better.
Jensen's one of the...
Nancy and her boyfriend are better. A Nightmare on Elm Street remake is a much better film than My Bloody Valentine remake. Much better. Much better. And I know you boys are glad that Psycho's on the bottom, and I see what he's...
I feel like it solidly deserves to be on the bottom, man. I really do.
That. I'm not arguing it. I'm not arguing that.
I think we could do original versus remake until we've covered every original and remake ever created, and that would still be at the bottom for me because the simple fact they copied the same movie.
Yeah, that's fair. So you know how we talked about copied last week, copied films. I should have mentioned it last week, but I just and it fucking pains me to say it, but Cabin Fever done the same thing.
Did they?
Yes, and I liked the remake as well. So
yeah.
I like the original Cabin Fever, and I remember liking the remake Cabin Fever.
You just can't get the same movie. Anyways, but yeah, My Bloody Valentine, I just... 2.8, man. Just
so that will sit... That after, looking at the final table, once H is finally updated and that, I think it's safe to say that Psycho should have been number 1. Even if you went with Chucky last week, it's still nowhere near as close to Psycho original.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's where I got pissed off a bit with the Pennywise one, because I feel that movie it should have been number 1, bro. I really do.
If that's you. That's just like me saying, like, that's and that comes...
this is where I get confused, because I literally only give Psycho what it was because I compared it to the trash fucking remake that it was compared to.
So
that's why I give it...
Right, so
if I give it a proper rating, it would not have been an 8. I give it an 8 based off comparing it to that piece of shit that was in a remake.
Well, why didn't you give it a proper rating?
I did. I give it its proper rating compared to its remake. It's an 8. It's nearly got to be a 10. How bad that remake is. That's where I get with. That's how I've reviewed them anyway.
So if we then compare,
what was the 2009 rating? Sorry, lads.
For
13.3. Keep going, lad.
So if you're so you're comparing it 2017 to Psycho 2000 up to 1960.
Yeah.
Right. You watch them two movies back to back. You're saying that it is a better film than the original Psycho.
Yeah. Well, obviously for me, yeah, it definitely is a.
Okay. Look, I can understand that. He's your.
I won't take nothing away from Psycho. I'm pleased Psycho is number one. If it ain't, I'm gonna be real, man. I'm the one who put that movie at number one.
What Psycho?
Yeah, I definitely put it at number one.
Okay.
With how I rated and reviewed it, man. Well, I give Pennywise an 8.7. Heaps of people probably disagree with that. Pennywise is just my guy. Love the movie.
Cool,
but if the movie was not good, I would tell you the movie's not good.
You're only going to rate a movie on how you like. Like, if you are invested in it and you love it, you are going to give it what you feel it deserves. And that's what I'm trying to get across this whole series. Like, you're giving it, we're giving these movies what we feel they deserve.
Yes and no, because we never had the chance to talk about It Chapter 2. Talk to me about that, and you won't say that.
Well, no, It Chapter 2, are you talking about the, original? Because I got bored as fuck.
The remake. The remake.
You know,
so you can't say, oh, you're just a Pennywise fan, so you love the movie. No. Let's talk about It Chapter 2, and I'll obviously can tell you that's not the case.
So you're saying that It Chapter 2 is better than It Chapter 1?
No, I'm saying it's not even close. You're saying I love Pennywise, right? So I'm gonna give it a score no matter what. No, because there's a newer one after 2017, which was It Chapter 2, which is just not even close to being as good as It Chapter 1.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I could say Psycho is probably a better movie than It Chapter 2. So I'm not being biased.
No,
you got me? I'm not going to be biased. The thing is, I feel like the way I just reviewed that Psycho movie was, like, the original is a billion times better than the remake. Like, it's fucking...
Yeah, okay, but...
That podcast just blows my mind still, eh? I just...
Wait, which one?
Like, I've never watched a remake copy the fucking original. I've never seen it. Ever.
Well, you have now.
And I never want to see it ever again.
So what did my buddy Valentine get quickly?
13.3. 13.3.
2019,
so 81. Say Psycho, the original. Psycho, the original. It's not one of the greatest movies ever made. Greatest horrors.
Hold up for a sec, Loaf. Where?
20.5. Yeah, go.
So what you're saying is that Psycho, the original, is not one of the greatest horrors ever made.
Nah, bullshit. I never said that. Don't put them in my mouth. I've never seen Psycho, I told you that, man. And I was generally shocked at how good the fucking movie is.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really glad.
I generally was shocked at how invested I was in that movie.
I think it's twice I did that to you now. I've done it to you with the Blob as well. And
yeah, the Blob, but the Blob's not even... Like, the Psycho's the big one.
The Blob's the Blob, you know. That would have been...
Psycho probably does deserve a number one.
Psycho probably does, yeah.
I put it at number one. You got to remember that.
Alright, can I ask a question then, boys, just quickly? Do we feel Texas is too low, though, as well?
I need to see the leaderboard. Oh, okay. As I say.
I think that's all updated correctly. It's a bit sloppy. Okay. That was a quick one.
No, that's right. That still looks good.
So, let's go... Should we go from bottom up?
Let me round this off first. So, everyone, we're basically at the end of original versus remake. Obviously, next week we've got a Christmas special, and then we'll close into... Loaf can close it off later with what we've got planned afterwards. Mm-hmm. So this is the final leaderboard. We've watched a fair few movies, so 10 movies total. Yeah. In not many... Yeah, we've pumped out some movies, let's be real. So here we have the official leaderboard of how they all finished. So, Loaf, you can take it away if you want.
All right, I say we go from bottom up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And basically say, do we agree where they sit? Or
yeah, that's good.
And one of you can say if you feel different. Yeah. All right, so Psycho 1998 I'm going to say I disagree. I feel it should be second last, not last. That's just my opinion on that film because I loathe that Bloody My Valentine 2009. What about you boys?
I agree. It should be where
I agree. It should be there, and it should have a lower score than 10.
All right, that's fair. Okay, so at number 9, we've got My Bloody Valentine 2009. Do we agree?
No, I actually feel like it probably should be maybe too high. I feel like I said before, it should be above.
So you're saying that My Bloody Valentine 2009 is better than It 1990?
Yeah, I kind of wish I don't know if I even rated them very high. I don't think I did. I think you carried 2003 in. I think Frank might have.
I've carried 2010. I've carried a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, Loaf carried the 2003 Texas to where it is.
See, I feel like My Bloody Valentine is not as good as Elm Street Riot. I don't feel it's as good as Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. But I feel like it's not too far behind 2003's Texas.
That's what I'm saying.
So then I'm thinking, putting that, I'd probably put 2010 at number 7. I'd nearly put it 1990 at second last, man. The way I'm feeling right now. I'd put My Bloody Valentine probably at 7 under Texas, only just. And then 2010, and then Pennywise 1990. Just looking at that there.
Interesting. Okay, so number 8, we've got 2010's Nightmare on Elm Street. You've got a score of 16.7. Do we agree?
Well, I just basically covered that.
I reckon we go up to probably My Bloody Valentine 81 now because we kind of went over the other ones.
Okay, so
up Loaf, you answer them for yourself. Do you feel, because you didn't really say much then, do you feel Elm Street should be there?
What I would change, I'll just forget doing what we're doing. Everyone, sorry, change on Horror Talk Kills. What I would do here is I'd have My Bloody Valentine at last place, right?
Yeah.
I would
wow, shocker, 2.7. Didn't even know.
I would have Psycho at number 9, It 1990 at number 8, and then Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 at 7. Now the top half, top 6, A-League style, I would have definitely, I believe, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No. The only change there is I would It 2017. I feel should be at 6th place, and then up from there, move up. So I feel that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 should be second. It's not, but it should be. It's no surprise, in my opinion, though, in saying that as well, that It 2017 is second place because it is, out of all the remakes we've watched, I feel it's the most solidest remake that should be in the top 5.
Fair.
Well, let's talk the top 4, all right? Let's not worry about 5th. My Bloody Valentine 1981's obviously scored 5th. It's actually scored a big score. I feel anything above 20 is huge.
Yep.
Do you agree on that?
Yeah.
So we'll probably So we'll go from 7 to 10. Just eliminate them. All right.
All right.
There's the bottom. Let's talk the top 6, top 20 plus points.
I don't feel like 2003 Texas deserves to be in the conversation.
I really, that's where I'm struggling, man. The top 6 with the Texas being there, man. But
I feel like the top 5. I might change the order a little bit, but I feel like they're all pretty good movies. But I don't feel like Texas 2003 is on the same level as some of them.
I think it's so crazy. Like it's a point, 1 point. Like it's 20.4 to 20.5.
1 point. That's crazy.
Like what did I'd love to know what Loaf rated 2003 Texas because he loves the movie compared to Bloody Valentine. Bloody Valentine is such a dark horse in this top 5 right now to scrape in, dude. Like it's 1 point behind the original Elm Street.
Well, no, it's actually
2 points behind Texas, the original, and then it kind of goes away with the top 2.
The only one I have an icky with is It 2017. I just don't think it should be that high. But like, I just don't think it.
They're all pretty close, like except for Psycho. Psycho has a bit of a.
Would you have 2003's Texas higher than It 2017?
Yes.
Ooh, that is.
That's
next time I think next time we should we all should jot down our actual individual scores as well, so I can go back and say.
I've literally got every single one of mine.
Yeah, well, I didn't fucking.
I have every single one of them.
I feel Texas is better than It 2017.
So the only reason I don't write my scores down before we go because I like to listen to your guys' opinions because sometimes you can point out something that I may have missed. to make it.
Yeah, that's true. But I've
Yeah.
adjusted one of my scores going off what you said last week. I'm pretty sure it was, Harry.
Yeah.
I made it.
I don't.
So I always have a rough
screaming
score,
with it
but
either.
I'm like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you
I'll
said
tell
in
you
one
what,
of them about something.
know
Take
what?
away. Yeah, go. Go.
Look at that top 5 though. My Bloody Valentine does deserve to be there, boys. Like it
Oh,
does.
Oh, it's such a dark horse. I didn't expect it, man. Like it's there, and I'm glad it is.
It deserves to be there. It truly, truly does.
Do you know what I just realised?
What?
There's only one not original in the top 5.
Yes, true.
That's true.
And that's it.
That's it. Which is, do we agree?
So who wins? Original versus remake. Who's the top
Psycho.
dog? It's original.
That's it, really.
Psycho's the top dog. And look, boys, let's go around the table.
But
and close
Psycho's
the show.
also last, so is it the shittest franchise of all time, or is it the best?
It's got 10th and first. But here's the thing: we go top 5, right? Yeah, no, it's
Well,
10th
if
and
you
first.
look, alright, let me break it up to you here. If you look at the bottom 5,
But then you got Pennywise at 7th and 2nd. It's the real winner.
No, Texas. Oh, yeah, it is too. No,
You know what I mean?
It's even. No, Texas has an overall higher score.
well, you know what? Add up the scores.
No, Texas
Like,
hasn't. Texas has an
No,
overall.
but this
Texas,
is how you would honestly. This is how you do it. You would just go Psycho versus Psycho original 1, right?
Yeah.
Remake 1. Original 1, original 1, original 1, remake, lost. Yeah, so original wins out of everything. You know what I mean? They've got more
overall-
consistent, higher places. The original movies have outdone the remakes.
Absolutely. I think going over looking at it now, the original, we're looking back now, and the originals are the better films.
Yeah.
Look, boys. you
It's
can take
almost.
it down.
I think it's.
That's-
Yeah, I think it's almost time to.
Yeah, I think it's
Right.
almost time to close the show and just talk about future endeavours for Horror Talk Kills. Great episode, by the way, boys.
Very good.
That was really good. I actually enjoyed that one a lot.
Okay, before we draw off Loaf, you just want to fill us in what we're going to be doing next couple of
I'll
weeks?
fill us in. So, look, Horror Talk Kills. We will be next week be doing a one-off special. We'll be doing a Christmas movie a year later as we
Yes.
talk from season 1. Can you believe it? We are reviewing, well, not reviewing, watching. We are watching Black Christmas 2019.
Yes,
I
sir.
think
Oh
so.
dear Lord. Oh dear Lord.
You're
glad
the
I
only one
picked
that's
one.
seen it, aren't you?
I have never seen it. I haven't.
I haven't seen it either, so no one's seen it.
No one's seen it.
So can I just point out though, this is a remake of a remake.
Yeah.
So you had Black Christmas 1974, I think it was.
Yeah.
Then you had Black Christmas 2006, which I have seen, and then you've got Black Christmas 2019. So I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Should be fun. I know Frank thinks he's going to like this film. I reckon he'll hate it.
No, well, if this was a remake versus original, man, like you just how you just abused Bloody Valentine, I abused Black Christmas. So
Let's just
That's
watch
fair.
The Curse of La Llorona.
let's just come on. What are we doing? Go, Les.
Okay, so we're going to be doing that. Then we'll be having 2 weeks off. We'll be back on the 3rd of the 4th. We'll be live on YouTube again. Oh, not live, premiered. It'll be 4th of January, where we are doing Battles of the Era.
Yes.
So what we'll be doing, people that are watching and do care, that we'll go around the table and pick a movie from each era. So we'll start from the 80s, 90s, 2000, and then what do you call the next one?
2010s.
2010s.
Yeah.
So-
Right up to 2021.
Nah, stop. You have to stop at 2019.
Guess you got to stop at 2019, yeah.
Stop at 2019. Okay.
Did anything come out this year? I'm not sure.
Yeah, but,
But,
2020 is a new decade.
Yeah, we'll stop at 20. We'll stop at 2019.
Yeah, so
How are we going to score these movies?
we're going to score them as the
That's-
way we did before. We're going to go around the table. And
We
then, you know,
should. We should, because it's called Battle of the Eras. Do you reckon we could combine the ratings of the 3 movies from the 80s?
yeah, that's what I was
the
thinking.
3 movies from the 90s, and then the overall score with the best movies is the winner.
We can do 2.
The
We can
best
do
era.
all the movies individually, and then we can add up as well.
Okay, nice.
So
Cool.
I'm still trying to come up with a doozy for you boys.
We probably don't want to go into it yet. Probably save that, I reckon.
Yeah, I'd
Save
save it. I'd save it.
But listen, boys, that's the show. I
That is it.
desperately got to go to the toilet.
So I'll wrap it up quickly. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a long episode, our longest one we've ever had. Very
Oh, wow.
good. We went to a talk, so if you guys enjoyed, feel free to smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Till next time, boys. Next week. Peace.
Peace.